What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. I am Alex Wood, back at again with another video, and I'll explain why put you gonna hear me before you see me, and why the hot chocolate's on the theme picture. Cause yesterday, I think I kind of needed one. Let's just say that after clocking in and doing my thing and working and stuff. As it hits 5:30, 6, I'm finishing up my assessments, audits of the buildings and everything, check them out and everything. I'll do standby by one of these buildings, Monica's. Um, if you know, you know. Um, I put my bike down, talk to the owner, ask how she doing and stuff and everything, changing up the signs, and she put up a sign like for hot chocolate $5 and everything. I'm like, nice deal. So I'm thinking in my head, I said, all right, I'll see you later and everything. And then I hear some screaming over to my left and stuff and everything, like somebody yelling out stuff, like read a book, and like after he finished saying it's a guy, black guy, wearing all black, head to top and everything, got shades on and stuff and everything. And he just talking me smack out public, everybody's ignoring him, not giving him any attention and stuff. And I see like two baby carriages, like a man and an adult, carrying the children, like pushing, and then he's like extending out his legs, making it more difficult for them to pass him. Like, all right, like I'm thinking in my head, all right, now you doing too much and everything. I just walk a few steps, to like one of these trees to my left side, and then he's over here like, all right, here come this bitch ass dude and everything. One talks and he just like he recognized me through from what he's saying and stuff, that calling me this and calling me that and everything. And trust me, that's not my first situation. That's like, but this one, like, yeah. Anyways, as I approach, I take out my phone and I'm just putting it up, positioning while I'm going through it. And then he gets up and he approaching me and he's like, over like, my fella's like, hey man, don't be taking a picture of me and shit. Don't be taking a picture of me, like, and just stuff like that. I just stand there. I stand like right in front of him, put my hands down to the side. I don't say nothing. And I want to hit his ass though. I want to like beat the brakes off, bruh. But I didn't. I didn't do so. I kept cool. I kept calm and everything. And it's like back up and everything. And get out of my face and everything. And then I kind of back up myself and everything. But he moves and stuff and everything. And I told him I wasn't taking a picture of you. I wasn't taking a picture of you. And he said he's not going to talk to me anymore and this and that. And I'm just still standing there just to make sure everything all right. And he's still talking to me. I'm like, bye. You say you're not going to talk to me anymore. Bye. And I start raising my voice because like I'm over here heated. Because like you about to like start something I don't really want and you probably don't want either. Wear black shades and stuff and everything. And like that really got me heated because I wasn't about that. All I'm here to do is to work and be about my business. And this is like the last thing I had to do after all my assessments and audits, and it was just crazy. I really had to go and take a break, go over with a 7 in Alamitos over there and everything, sit that one out. And then earlier before that situation, which what I personally think was the craziest, I'm over here at Elm and Third doing an audit of LBMA and stuff and everything. And before like I even like do my assessment and everything, like I pass by it and I see, a street resident sleeping, under all this coverage and stuff and everything, trying, keep warm and stuff and everything. And we're told, like you see a street resident at a local business, whether it's a restaurant or and everything, you got to tell them like just if they could just relocate somewhere else. And if they refuse, you just do a report and everything. I'm like, all right. So I go back and I do the other building and everything, Peterson's on 4th and everything. I do that. Everything's cool over there and stuff. I come back to Third and Elm, and he's still there. And I passed this other street resident, black brother, um, or he was like nearby. This is where the guy is, and uh, I spoke to him. He spoke to me first, like his authority saying or something like that, and something like, um, I didn't even like really speak to him. Like, what did I do first? I went over and I started taking pictures of the building LDMA first. And then once it came to me taking the picture, like on the left side of the building, you gotta have certain pictures of buildings and everything, like how many. Um, the guys told me is like, like, how you doing, sir? You doing good? So I'm all right. I'm surviving. And told him that my guy, he's gonna have to relocate, unfortunately, and have to go somewhere else if and when it's possible and everything. So all right, man, I'll wake him up and I'll talk to him and everything. And I said, all right, cool. And I didn't do anything. I just stand there, minding my business. Make sure that he does what he does. It takes him a while, like 5, 10 minutes and everything, almost 15 and 20, because as he unfortunately wakes up the guy who was sleeping there, it was another black man, taller gentleman. Um, told him that he gonna have to leave and move and stuff. Just like go somewhere else and everything. And he had like a lot of stuff with him, like a lot of stuff with him. And they do move, and then I finished taking pictures of one side, and I do my audit, call it out and everything. Third and Elm, code 4, and they come back, or the guy who was sleeping, he comes back, and he like, I said that they left their stuff there. Um, he come back talking mad shit about me, how I need to go to hell and this that. I don't even remember everything he said, but he was talking, he was smack because he was upset that I had to wake him up and get some sleep about how he had to sleep in 2 days and much more. And I'm just like, I didn't say nothing. Just had my hands behind my back or right in front of me, just looking at my reflection through the glass or just minding my business. And he does walk up. He didn't put hands on me. I didn't put hands on him. And yeah, that was earlier in the day before the first situation I explained. But and the last one I dealt with, this was rearranging back at Monica's. I come over and I put my bike, in a certain area, and I talked to this guy. I actually wasted his water. I didn't mean to, but he had some like water in a cup with some ice and everything. I'm sorry, like I'll give you some more. And he said, no, that's okay, that's okay. And I walked to him. The way this guy was dressing, he had like a red wig on top of his head. It was like a Filipino Asian looking type of dude. Um, got like this yellow colors, black, orange, red thing, and just some other stuff. He had like some shoes on him and everything. I'm like, okay, but I have him like walk with me he's talking to me. I'm just here to listen and stuff and everything, and I got him walking down what is that, Ocean Boulevard, um and everything, and then we make a right and keep on listening to him. I asked him what his name. He told me his name. We gonna call him Raz. Raz. Um, I had him kept walking, and I said, sorry, Raz, but I have to leave. Unfortunately, I have to get back to something. But it was nice listening to you and talking to you for a while. He asked me what my name is. I told him Zay. I didn't give him my real name. And said like, oh yeah, I seen or heard you before and everything. And he was just talking and talking, and I let him talk and stuff. And then he went by his way, uh, quietly. He didn't cause him disturbance or anything. And I called it out and stuff. And yeah, and then I get back to my bike thinking somebody gonna steal it or something, anything like that. I take my time walking past the pedestrians and stuff. And as I'm getting on my bike, I believe this one guy said, "Hey, nice bike." I said, "Thanks." And I talked to the owners, and they tell me that he was taking all his clothes off and or his belongings that he had wearing, and putting it back on, and it's just like doing something with a red wig that he had on his head. It was crazy. It was crazy. The owner of the place, she asked me if I wanted some hot chocolate. I said no at first. And I was like, yeah, why not? Like after dealing with that and all the other stuff, the day I had, I was like, hey, why not? You know, like spice it up for me, put some M and M's in there and much more. I never knew, I never had M and M's and hot chocolate before. That was the first for me, but it tastes really good, man. I ain't gonna lie, might do that again sometime. But yeah, and it was just a crazy night for me. All the stuff I was dealing with yesterday, the third, today the fourth, and everything. Soon I'm about to leave and head out back to work. Okay, yeah, Thursday I work, and tomorrow I'm off, and then Saturday. That's so long right there. Oh man, that's a long one. I don't know what I'm expect with that one, but that first dude I encountered, he really had me raising my voice. Like I don't know if everybody's paying attention to me or the situation, but like you're gonna hear me before you see me. Like that, like that's all I really would say. But I'm not saying that to brag or anything, but that's just the truth. But yeah, you got a little of my story time of yesterday, the third, December 3rd, 2025. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch y'all out next time, probably tonight. Peace and Dre's.